Cool. What's up, everybody? Today we are talking about protein. This is one of my favorite topics, and I wish I could get this across to every human on the planet, especially women. All right, so the importance of protein for women over 50 that are looking to lose weight. So we're going to cover benefits, misconceptions, and some actionable takeaways in a way that provides value without all the fluff. So why protein is essential, and especially for people who want to lose weight. So when you are over 50 and you're thinking about weight loss, the first thing that comes to mind for most people is like eating less, cutting calories, avoiding carbs, maybe even skipping meals. But if I told you that the real key to fat loss is keeping muscle and feeling stronger, those things aren't about eating less. They're about eating enough of the right things. And that's really where the protein comes in. So today I'm going to break down why this one macronutrient is the most important thing you're probably overlooking in your weight loss journey. All right. So why women over 50 struggle with weight loss. So a few different reasons here. After 50, a few things change that make weight loss harder. Hormonal shifts. Your estrogen declines and it slows your metabolism. Muscle loss, sarcopenia, where women will lose 3 to 8% of muscle per decade. And muscle is the number one driver of metabolism, which means the more muscle you have, the faster your metabolism and the more food your body requires. All right. Increased cravings and poor satiety. Can never say that word. So without eating enough protein, hunger is really hard to manage. Like you get hungry quicker. All right, we're going to talk more in depth about all these things in a second. Bone health declines, so you have a higher risk of osteoporosis. And if you're trying to lose weight without prioritizing protein, you're going to lose muscle and you're going to lose strength, not just fat. And that's going to slow your metabolism down further and make weight loss um, you know, most people gain the weight back. It's going to be highly more likely that that happens. All right, so the 6 hidden benefits of protein. So protein keeps your metabolism running, like we just talked about, even when calories are low. So unlike carbs and fats, protein has a high thermic effect. What does that mean? That means your body burns calories just digesting it, which is pretty awesome. So to give you an idea, 20 to 30% of protein's calories are burned just in digestion versus only 5% for carbs and fats. So, so that one thing is massive. You're going to burn more calories eating more protein. Pretty cool. This helps you avoid metabolic slowdowns, especially if you're eating fewer calories. All right, so number 2, prevents muscle loss, which also protects your metabolism and your strength. So losing weight isn't the goal. It shouldn't be the goal. Losing fat is the goal. Big difference there. All right. So if you cut calories without enough protein, you will lose all the new research is 30 to 70% of that weight loss is coming from muscle, not just fat. So it can be up to over half of its muscle. That's crazy, guys. So that's like super restrictive diets like an Optavia or like the shots, things that are causing you to lose weight quickly. And if you're not keeping your protein high during these times, which most people when they cut their calories way back, everything's lower, you're going to lose muscle too. And muscle is everything. We need muscle, more muscle, better metabolism, stronger body, and way easier for long-term fat loss. That's why you see people with a lot of muscle, they don't eat super amazing because they have so much muscle. They're burning at a high rate. So you can, and I hate to just get away with more, but that's basically what's happening. I've put on about 4 muscle in the last 2 years. Not a lot, but it takes a lot to put on muscle, especially as we get older. So I'm actually able to eat more calories now because of the extra muscle. So strength training, we can get into that later, but this one's on protein. Number three, helps control hunger and cravings. This is a big one. I talk to so many women that have cravings at night and even throughout the day. Protein is the most filling macronutrient because it increases satiety, there's that word again, satiety hormones, and it reduces hunger hormones like ghrelin. All right, so women who eat adequate protein, they naturally eat less overall without having to force it. So if you just add more protein to your diet, you're going to eat less fats and carbs because you're not starving. All right, so that's huge. It helps stop those evening cravings. And this is where, a lot of women struggle that I speak with is the late night cravings. A lot of our clients within 2, 3 weeks of eating a higher protein nutrition their cravings will either go away completely or they minimize quite a bit. All right, number four, supports hormonal balance and stress management. So as estrogen declines, proteins help balance your blood sugar and reduce cortisol, which is your stress hormone, which is linked to belly fat storage. So these are all benefits of protein I'm going over. If this doesn't hit home and you don't start eating more protein, nothing's going to. So amino acids from protein, they help create neurotransmitters that impact your mood, your sleep, and cravings. All right, so serotonin, dopamine, you might have heard of some of those things. So important, guys. Number five, improves bone density and joint health. So most women worry about calcium for bones as they get older, but protein is usually overlooked. 50% of your bone is protein. All right. Protein also helps cartilage and tendons, and it helps reduce joint pain and stiffness. So many benefits of protein. Number six, it boosts fat loss without starvation. So high protein diets burn more fat while preserving lean muscle, meaning you can eat more without storing as much as fat. So this allows for sustainable weight loss rather than, the yo-yo dieting, the hamster wheel. I call it the diet hamster wheel. You just keep spinning your wheels. So you're probably asking, how much protein do you need? So I'm going to give you some guidelines, but I do want to kind of create a little star here, a little asterisk. So the number I give doesn't mean you jump right to this number. All right. So first step would be to find out how much protein you're actually eating. So start tracking it. And then once you figure that out, you would add like 15, 20 grams of protein a week and let your body get used to it and slowly increase to the number I'm giving you today. Don't go from 50 to this number or you're going to have a lot of digestive issues and your bowel movements will be far and few between, and that's not a fun thing. All right, so most women, I mean, almost all women and that have come into our program starting, I'd say 95%, probably 99% are not eating enough protein. All right. The bare minimum for women over 50 is 100 grams per day. That's like the bare minimum. All right. And if you're active or, looking to lose fat, um, you want to aim for higher, especially if you're strength training and doing some of these other activities. But aim for anywhere a minimum at 0.7. That's like a bare minimum, 0.7 grams per pound of your goal weight. All right, so let's say, I'm gonna get my calculator. Let's say you are 200 pounds and your goal is 150. You're gonna use 150 as your guideline. All right, so you take 150, you're gonna times it by 0.7. Oops, 150 times 0.7. 105 grams of protein. All right, so that's the minimum your body needs. Now, I like to get women, our clients, up to 1 gram per body weight, per ideal body weight, or your goal body weight. So 150, again, we're using that number. 1 gram would be 1 times 150, which would be 150. Now, 150 grams of protein is a lot of protein. especially if you're not used to it. So you're not going to go from 50 to 150 overnight. You're going to go to from 50 to 65, 70. Do that for a week or two. Then go to 85, 90. Do that for a week or two. And slowly build your way up. Now, I hear all the time that it's impossible to get enough protein in. You know, I'm traveling, I'm at work, I can't, like, I'm going to give you, I actually will drop, um, in the school community, I will drop like some sample meal plans. But here's some examples. So here's how to hit just, let's go with 100 to 120 grams per day. So here's some meal examples. 4 ounces of chicken is 30 grams of protein. 2 eggs and Greek yogurt, 25 grams of protein. Protein shake, 25 grams of protein. A salmon fillet, 30 grams of protein. So if you have one of those things 3 to 4 times a day, you know, chicken at night, eggs and Greek yogurt in the morning, a protein shake in between, and then, you know, lunch or dinner is your salmon. There it is right there. So eating high protein options, all right? So how to get more protein? Every meal should be protein first. When I build my meals, I load up on protein. It's the number one thing. We just went over all the reasons why it's important. Then I add, you know, my fats and healthy fats and complex carbohydrates. So when you snack, also snack on protein-rich foods like cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, even jerky or boiled eggs. Those are good protein snacks. A protein shake is a decent, if you're not, you know, the goal is always to get it from food. If you can't get it from food, the next best thing is, you know, like a protein bar or a protein shake. Use a high quality protein just, you know, to fill in the gaps. So for example, if you're on the go and you don't have time for lunch, bang down a protein shake. It's 25 grams of protein. It's going to keep your metabolism going. So kind of, what time are we at? 1:12. All right. So some final takeaways. Um, Actually, I'm going to give you some more examples of some higher protein. So I put together a meal plan for someone eating 1,500 calories, and I think I did 130 grams of protein. All right, so here's if you just eat 3 meals. All right, so each meal is going to be bigger. You're going to be fuller, but it's going to hold you to lunch. You're not going to need a snack. So I'm going to give you 3 different ideas. One's going to be 3 meals only, 3 meals only, and one's going to be 3 meals and a snack, and one's going to be 3 meals and 2 snacks. So there's smaller meals throughout the day. All right, so let me just stop this beeping here. All right, let's do this. So this is 3 meals a day, no snacks. So these meals are going to be bigger. So 4 egg whites, a whole egg white. I'm sorry, and a whole egg. That's 20 grams of protein. A slice of Ezekiel bread, 5 grams of protein. A half avocado, 1.5 grams of protein. Some grass-fed butter, 0 protein. So that's everything. It's your fats, your carb. Lunch, 5 ounces of chicken, 32 grams of protein. Half a cup of cooked quinoa, 4 grams of protein. 1 cup of sauteed spinach and bell peppers, 3 grams of protein. 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 0 protein. All right, dinner, 5 ounces of baked haddock, or baked salmon, I should say. A medium sweet potato, baked sweet potato. So 40 grams in the salmon, 2 grams in the baked potato. Some Brussels sprouts have 3 grams of protein, and some coconut oil, which has no protein. That is 1,500 calories, guys. That's 130 grams of protein. All right. This one is going to be 3 meals and a snack. So breakfast, half a cup of rolled oats, 5 grams of protein. A scoop of protein powder, 25 grams of protein. A cup of unsweetened nut butter, nut milk, sorry, 0.5 grams of protein. Unsweetened nut butter, 4 grams of protein. Mixed berries, 0.5 grams of protein. Lunch, 5 ounces of lean turkey breast. A half a cup of brown rice. So your turkey breast is 32 grams, 3 grams protein for your rice. Some steamed broccoli and bell peppers, 3 grams, and some olive oil. Snack, 3 ounces of tuna and mustard. You don't have to have mustard. You can have mayonnaise. You can eat it plain. But 3 ounces of tuna is the main thing. 22 grams of protein. That's your snack. So it's another good high protein snack. Dinner, 6 ounces of 96.4 ground beef. 42 grams of protein. Baked potato, 4 grams. And then you can throw some kind of sauce or flavoring on there. 0 calorie sauce. That right there is 1,500 calories, 130 grams of protein. All right. I'm gonna go through this one. This one is 3 meals, 2 snacks. This is how I eat. I'm a 3 meal, 2 snacker. 3 ounces of venison, 28 grams of protein, half a cup of cooked oats. I'm not going to say the protein in each one, just the main one. The other ones have smaller amounts of protein, but they add up. Unsweetened nut butter and some half a cup of mixed fruit. Lunch, 4 ounces of bison burger. Bison's so good. 35 grams of protein right there, just in 4 ounces. Half a cup of white rice, sauteed bell peppers and some kale, and some olive oil. Snack, 3/4 cup of fat-free Greek yogurt, 16 grams of protein for your snack, and a quarter of a cup of nuts, 5 grams. So your snack is over 20 grams of protein. Dinner, 5 ounces of fish, baked potato, coconut oil, steamed asparagus. The grilled fish is 42 grams of protein. And then you'd have a snack, which is you could have 2 whole eggs and 2 egg whites, which is another 20 grams of protein. Again, 1,500 calories, 130 grams of protein. So 3 different ways to get the same result. You have to find what works best for you and obviously adjust it if your protein's more or less. But it's not as hard as you think. It's just getting used to it and be mindful of it and make it a priority. That's the biggest thing. Like, don't start with the carbs and the fats. Start with your protein and build your meals around there. All right. So this structure balances high protein meals. It's also incorporated slow digesting carbs and healthy fats, but it's also a low inflammation diet or nutrition plan that I just went over. All right. So it's got tons of benefits to it. And I'm going to drop these in the school group so you don't have to remember all this. But um, that's basically it for today. 17 minutes, perfect. If anybody has any questions, which would be Laura, let me know. If not, I will see you guys next week. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Bye, Laura.